my knee is out because it had gone out.
Why can't you lift your knee any higher?
I suppose muscles need building
Muscles need building up, yeah. Yeah.
And now that'll happen.
The bike should help.
With walking.
The bike should help. Strengthen your leg muscles.
Well, I've gone on my bike at home.
Yeah.
And even though I'm sort of pushing more with the other leg on the pedals, it's making that knee come up and go around anyway.
So is that better, you mean?
Yeah.
It's helping, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a way,
because when you sort of pedal with this leg, I can push down with the other leg now.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean, Mum. Like you're pedaling, and in a way, it's
like making this.
It's like somebody lifting your arm up. If you've injured your arm and you can't lift it above your shoulder height, then someone else lifting your arm up for you is allowing the other muscles to get some exercise, and then hopefully, you'll build up the movement and be able to eventually take over and do it yourself more. So like one of your legs when you're cycling is causing the momentum of your other leg to go, where it should be be able to go, and to get used to that.
But I can push down with that leg now.
Good.
As well, which I couldn't at the beginning.
Yeah.
It was just sort of, my foot was just on pedal.
That's good,
and
that's
going
really
round
good.
With,
yeah.
And same as going up and down stairs.
Yeah.
I can do that better than I did.
Yeah.
And when I'm walking, I look at my feet, and I don't want to walk with my feet out. And I tend to walk. I do keep my feet straight.
Yeah.
But I just don't feel safe.
I just remember how bad you were, Mum.
Yeah.
When you had put a stone on of fluid and you were in a right mess. And that day when Sandro came over, you were in a real mess then, Mum.
Ja, you had to go to the hospital that day. She got the leg on that day, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can get my leg into bed now.
Good.
I don't have to lift it in with 2 hands. Or use that foot thing.
Yeah.
To pull it in. It's just that I struggle to get in a car to lift my leg.
It is difficult though, getting in and out of the car. Because the
with
chairs
Matthews,
are high up.
It's high up.
And also, you have to be opening the door as well at the same time. Because today you got frustrated trying to open the car door.
Because of my shoulders.
Yeah.
And that's since car accident. I've never been able to.
The spring on the car door, she pushed the car door to get out. And it seemed to get so far, the car door, and then it came back towards her again.
Oh.
So like she was having to push and
because I want it open more to get my leg out.
So she wants to open the door really wide.
Yeah.
But she tried to push the door,
And that's because I can't. Because my shoulders hurt.
Yeah.
Since car accident. Because I had a car accident where I was hit head on, and when I came round, I was still driving. And so what they said was the shock's gone up my arms, and I find that ever since I've had that car accident, I've not been.
Was that?
I mean, it's a long time since now.
Yeah. Where was it at? Westhill.
Yeah.
It was at Westhill, just not far from here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was coming back from Whitby from the caravan, and a drunk driver hit me head on at that sharp bend, and it knocked the car backwards. And luckily there was no trees. It knocked it right across a big verge of grass.
So there's no way you could say it wasn't his fault. because he was drinking and
Yeah, well.
Well,
excessive,
it was over the limit.
well over, they said, yeah.
Jesus.
And he tried to blame me.
In the last minute, he changed his mind. His friend probably put him up to it,
Because police were really nice and they came,
but the evidence
he
was
rang me
there.
up next day, policeman, just to see how I was.
Was he arrested at least?
Sorry?
Was he arrested at least?
Well,
He was made, he was held totally responsible for
it went to
all, yeah.
court. I didn't have to go to court in the end.
Okay.
Yeah,
And police said on the day I was in the ambulance and they said, he said, don't worry, none of it is your fault. They could tell straight away. I mean, my car was knocked back and I was only doing 40. And I knew there was a car at the back of me because two young men helped me get out.
Yeah.
And the car did everything they said it was supposed to do. All that happened was the bonnet concertinaed to the windscreen, but nothing inside the car itself, the cab, all moved. The steering wheel was there,
yeah, everything around Mum
the airbags went
was
off.
stayed in place,
Mm-hmm.
and the other parts of the car crushed, like crumpled together. So it was like really bad.
I can remember thinking, this is it. Because I thought, well, the police said I should have been dead. He said the car saved
your
me.
life. Nissan Micra.
Because he said, you're going to get the same car again, aren't you? And I liked that car, so I said yes. He said, because that car saved your life, you should have been dead.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's scary.
And for a year, I couldn't go on that road. But now, that's the road I come on to you and go back.
Yeah.
And it was in May, and it was light nights. It was about tea time. The road was dry, it wasn't raining or anything. It wasn't excessively sunny. And I knew, because it's a windy road, that road, I knew that there was a car at the back of me. Because every time I turned a corner and that, it kept coming into view every so often. And the car was smoking when these two chaps came to get me out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it didn't burst into flames. I mean, whether it was the airbag, I don't know.
As we say, when there's a smoke, will be a fire.
Yeah.
But they came to sort of help me get out, and I must have sort of been knocked out because when I came round, I was still holding the steering wheel as though driving.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, gosh.
and police, they couldn't get into the car, they couldn't get into the back and into the boot because they said they'd get my bag out for me. And they said, is there anything that you want especially? And I said, well, there's just one thing I want. I said, you'll probably think it's silly and you'll laugh. And they said, no, tell me what it is. I said, well, I used to take a photograph of these two, of James and his brother, and put it in the caravan, and I used to take it back home with me. And I said, that's what I wanted out of the car. And they said, we'll get it for you. So they got into the boot through the back window.
They might have been thinking the car might set on fire.
And
Yeah.
Maybe just grab one thing before it happens.
But I knew exactly what speed I was doing because I always look at my speedo when I'm driving, and I knew I was doing 40.
Yeah.
He just came like a rocket
It's where
round
those
the
tight
corner.
bends are on the back road,
Yeah,
going like, towards Moulton. There's like two very tight corners close together
So was it towards Moulton?
on the way to Moulton.
Oh, really? Whereabouts it then?
West,
well,
west,
it
the
was
turn
at
off to
Westow.
Westow.
It sort of, if you're coming back from Whitby, I sort of,
Okay, from that direction, from Whitby.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
I got to the Cam roundabout and I take the Moulton turn off, go through Old Moulton, and then you turn. Where am I
Well,
now?
she came out of Norton, and she was
Yeah.
coming Like towards
and,
here?
and then I was coming towards this way.
Jesus. On the back roads, on the
The back
On the
road,
back
yeah.
roads,
yeah.
okay.
I didn't come on the A64 because Brian
Yeah.
next door,
Yeah.
he told me about that road because you hadn't moved here then.
Yeah. It's a long time ago.
It'll be about 15 years.
Is that when you injured your ribs, Mum? Or was that a different time you
No,
injured your
that
ribs?
was, I fell at school.
Oh yeah, you fell downstairs, was it?
No, they'd washed the floor and they didn't put
The sign?
a sign out to say, and I'd gone out of the office round the corner and slipped
Yeah.
and fell and broke 2 ribs.
My mum's a hazard waiting to happen.
And I just thought, I mean, I've injured both knees riding a bike because the first knee, the one that's still swollen now, I fell off I got knocked off the bike and fell on that knee, and I never went to the doctors or the hospital or anything.
No.
And it swelled right up and I couldn't walk, but I went to work.
Yeah, you went back to work too soon.
I didn't take any time off with that knee.
Didn't you?
No.
With the knee, no, but with your ribs you did.
I did with the ribs because I couldn't even. Matthew had to dress me next day to take me to
Yeah.
hospital
Struggling to breathe.
because I couldn't even lift a cup.
Mm.
It just take 1 second to get injured, but years to get back on to recover. I remember my last accident was 2018. Was the last time I'd been knocked out by a car in Leeds. I was coming back from my classes, and I was on the motorbike, and a car just hit from the back. And then the guy kept saying, "Oh, it was his fault because he hit my car. He turned right in front of me." And I said, "How? How? I was on my lane. I was coming to your car hit me right on the side. If I was gonna hit you, I was gonna hit you on your car. You knocked me out. I remember going over, do like a flip, and fell on the floor. And then what I was so scared on the time was I could feel something wet in my leg. And I was thinking like, right, I hope that's not blood. You know, I just couldn't feel something wet. But at the same time, I'd rather it to be blood than to be petrol. And some people is walking around me, and I'm like, please, it must not be whatever." And straight away I could smell the petrol coming out, and I was like, oh God, no. So I tried to stand up, and the lady said, "You do not move. You stay there where you are. You can't move." And I said, "Why?" "Look, just tell me the truth. Is my leg okay?" "Well, yeah, everything seems to be fine." And I said, "Okay. Can you see any blood?" "No, we can't see blood." "So I'm going to stand up. I feel," and then when she said my leg is okay, I tried to feel my leg because I was just like, I don't want to make one move because I don't want to know if anything is broken because I might be in shock and I just don't feel the pain yet. But no, luckily nothing. You know, the ambulance came and took to the hospital, got some special paracetamol as usual. So I just stayed the night there the next day and just went back home. That was the last accident. And actually it was no injury coming out of that, it was just like something on my left elbow, but it was an old injury coming on the elbow, so it was nothing related to the accident. It just made it a little bit worse than what it was, but nothing too serious. But yeah, it's frightening.
Just think, Sandra, when me and you are my mum's age, we'll have twice as many stories to tell.
Well, I hope I can get there, James.
Yeah.
I hope I can get there, really. It'll be a bonus for myself, really.
Yeah.
How's your arm feeling? If I move your arms here, how does your chest feel?
No, it's okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I can remember Dennis Gillespie, he taught chemistry. And I went on a school trip with the kids. We went to Parsley Hay in Derbyshire, and the sort of hired bikes. And they asked me if I wanted to go, and I thought, oh, it'll be a nice day out, a nice picnic. It was a lovely day, and I've never ever ridden a bike.
Oh, really?
No.
So she volunteered to go on the bike ride.
I just thought, well, you just get on and you just keep going and you get your balance and that's it. And I can remember when they we got there and they were sort of giving the kids the bikes, and then me and Dennis Gillespie were the last, he was the teacher, and we were the last two to set off. And I just said to Dennis, I said, can you just talk me through these gears? Because I said, I'd never ridden a bike. I said, the last bike I had a basket on the front. It was 3 wheels and a basket on the front. I was about 4. Yeah. And so he said, you mean you've come on a day out on a bike ride and you've never ridden a bike? I said, well, it's easy, just tell me what to do with it, because I've no idea what you did with the gears.
There you go, James.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
The reason I fell off was one of the girls, there were 3 girls